Hi everyone, my name is Sneh Ticku and I've always, literally always wanted to have my own YouTube channel since I was in 10th standard, and I made a very botched what's in my bag video with the help of my best friend and her camera. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about my pageant journey and my pageant experiences, and we're going to act like this is not the fifth take that I'm taking for this video because I don't know. I've not prepared anything, and this is a very impromptu sit down video where I just want to talk to you guys naturally firsthand about the experience that I had. And when I was in the pageant, I received a lot of questions from a lot of pageant aspirants, a lot of young girls about how I applied, how I got through my pageant journey and everything, the BTS, the vlogs. So I thought, what better than just sit down and talk to people firsthand about my pageant experience. So about my pageant experience, this year I was the state finalist or the semi-finalist for Femina Miss India, and I got to live my complete pageant journey at Glamour and Supermodel India, which is GSI. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you people about today. Now, how did I get into it? I was lucky enough and really privileged to be scouted by them, and after which I gave my auditions, and since I've had professional training by an institute, I think I nailed my auditions. I got through in the pageant, and at the same time, I'm pursuing masters. My masters had just started, so it got a little difficult juggling between the classes. So I'm going to be talking about everything from good to bad about my pageant experience. And personally, when you get out of the pageant, ऐसा लगता है कि I gave my best, and it's really difficult to take rejections, or like it's difficult to not feel dejected, right? But I decided that I'm gonna like take away where I lacked. Like I'm gonna improve, I'm gonna work hard. जहाँ पे भी मुझे लगता है I lacked giving my 100%, because धीरे धीरे you start realizing that you are not perfect, right, throughout your journey. Any which ways, I'm going to be talking about my entire journey today. You have classes from hair and makeup to skin and grooming to your walk and posture to posing to how do you actually live during the pageant journey. And trust me, those classes are hell important. Like, you have to be very attentive, you have to make notes either mentally or literally, and you have to take away the best parts, right? You cannot just come over there unprepared. Trust me, the pageants, they require you to be in your best form, your best shape, mentally and physically. You have to be prepared no matter what. Even though it's an accentuation of who you are as a person, it has to be your best version, trust me. And you have to be ready to compromise all your sleep. Obviously you will be sleep deprived during your pageants, and that's just a fact. You have to be physically fit. There has to be like a diet control. So yeah, anyway, talking about my pageant journey, तो मेरा pageant journey start हुआ physically. I'm talking about the on ground journey. We were first called to Delhi for Miss Teen International का grand finale, which was held in India this year. So we went there, and we had our photo shoots. We had 2 photo shoots in the coming 2 days, and we had the honor of attending the grand finale of Miss Teen International. And let me tell you, it was so amazing. It was so freaking good. I still have video clips on my phone. There were a lot of filler dance performances. It was damn amazing. Like, the scale was grand, everything was amazing. और उसी से हमें आइडिया लग गया कि हमारा pageant बहुत grand होने वाला है. Anyway, cut to our pageant. We went back and हमें 1 month का time मिला था to prepare. Meanwhile, we had a few of our classes, after which we came on ground for the pageant. Now, I'm not gonna elaborate and bore you and talk about my entire journey, but let me tell you that there are a lot of photo shoots. Every day there is something new, right? You cannot expect 2 days to be similar. There was a lot of travel from Indore to Jaipur, and then pehle hum log Delhi gaye the for the on-ground photo shoot that I just spoke about. There are a lot of sponsor shoots, there are different themed shoots, there are our preliminary rounds. So I'm going to tell you, there are sub-contests, right? Like speech sub-contest, environment sub-contest, best walk, a lot of things. And Miss IQ, and for that you have to be prepared in all aspects of your life. And वो sub contests कभी भी हो सकते थे. So we had our sub contests. Apart from that, let's talk about the actual the actual final preliminary rounds. I should go slow. Yeah. So we had one evening gown जिसके basis पे judgment दिया जाता है about who has the most graceful walk. We this time had our swimsuit round, and we all got to wear like these really pretty blue colored bikinis. And for a lot of girls, including me, this was my first time wearing a bikini, right? But you really feel comfortable in that environment. B, every girl is wearing that, because I got, trust me, the amount of questions and the amount of comments I got on the pictures that I posted from my swimsuit round were insane. So let me tell you, you do not feel uncomfortable at all. And I believe as long as you're really comfortable in your body and you really love your body, touch wood, I do mine, तुम्हें बहुत ज़्यादा comfortable feel होगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा कि you're going to feel any sorts of discomfort. So we had our swimsuit round जिसमें we had to walk the stage, and we also had a swimsuit photo shoot. All the girls अपने अपने swimsuit भी लाए थे घर से. I'd also taken two swimsuits. One was a monokini and one was a trikini. Little did I know that the one apprehension I had, a low-waisted bikini, I'd have to wear that. And I'm so thankful to the organization for letting me wear that, because now I'm all out. I just want to splurge in the same, but that's a story for another time. The moral of the story is you have to love your body, and they will make you love your body, right? Like that is a prerequisite for pageants, because the outfits that you're given, you have very little choices in them, right? The gowns you're given, there are fittings, so हमें हमेशा अपनी मर्जी का नहीं मिलता है. Next up, we also had a dance performance for which we would prepare every day, and we had जो हमारे walks होते हैं, they are very well choreographed, right? वो last minute नहीं होते हैं, तो उनकी I think practices बहुत time चलती हैं, and you have to be good at your walk. So this time around, our choreographer was Sham Khan sir. And it was a beautiful choreography, and the dance choreography was also very beautiful. It was by Shah Rukh sir. I think the performance at last, it was a stellar performance. Like it was huge, where delegates from Miss Grand and our previous winners had also come. Now, next up, I do have questions about how much do you spend. Okay. This is something I'm gonna have to talk about in detail. This is also something that's very important. You do have to spend a lot. Now, as for someone, I do not have, a style taste that's very blingy, that's, very glittery. I usually go for stuff that is like more like this, very plain, ऐसे statement pieces बहुत मिल जाएंगे मेरे wardrobe में, but those very standout pieces, I never invested in them earlier. So when I went to the pageant, I realized, I'm telling, मतलब मैं अपने personal experience से बता रही हूँ, I realized that, oh, okay, I do not have such clothes. And I did feel a little underwhelmed that, oh shit, what do I do now? So your wardrobe, I'm not saying it has to be the best out there or you have to splurge a lot, but it has to be like really exclusive couture. Obviously, you can source gowns, you can thrift them, you can also make the best out of what you already have, but you need at least 3 or 4 statement pieces which will really stand out, add that extra drama, that extra bling to your outfit, and don't be afraid to go all out from the first day itself. So I was saving my best dresses for the last, God knows why, I don't know what I think at times, and I realized it backfired on me. Right? So you want to invest a little bit in your wardrobe. Again, if you can afford, you can have a stylist, you can have a sponsor that's great on you. But trust me, I think हम अपने wardrobe से काफ़ी mix and match करके pieces बना सकते हैं. And if you're actually thinking about pageants in the longer run, like if you're aiming at a pageant that's like next year from now, you have 1 year to build your wardrobe. So wherever you go, even if it's street shopping, make sure you invest in pieces which will stand out a little bit, except for your staple, basic pieces. So that's one piece of advice I would give. Apart from that, your training institute is going to cost you. I enrolled at Cocoberry, and since I don't live in Bombay, वहाँ रहने का जो expenditure था, that was also there. So your training institute, the heels that you invest in, you necessarily have to have heels. It's a no-brainer. Black heels, nude heels, golden heels, and silver heels. And apart from that, if you can get some more heels that, you know, elevate your look, just say for sponsored events or whatever, where those heels are not compulsory, the stage heels are not compulsory, it's just an added bonus, right? So heels. Then let's talk about teeth. For me, it was a huge expense, and I'll tell you why. So I had an accident, and I have three fake teeth. They require a hell lot of care, and I need to get my composite buildups done from time to time, right? So that's different. A lot of girls get veneers. If you don't know what that is, you can do your research extensively. You have to get bleaching done. Your smile has to be symmetrical. Your smile has to be perfect. Luckily for me, I did have braces that helped me out during the journey, but because of my accident, my teeth, they're still not perfectly aligned. So your teeth have to be perfect. Your face has to be a little symmetrical. You have to invest in your hair and you have to invest in your skin. Now, for me, I got a treatment which is called Kera bonding done because I have extremely frizzy hair, and you don't always get stylists all the time. You have to take care of your hair yourself, right? So you might want to get a treatment done so that it's manageable at the last moment. For your skin, if you have some really major issues, तो obviously work कराना पड़ेगा skin पे. If not, you can hack your way around. It's cool. For makeup, personally for me, I studied makeup, but I get it. There are a lot of people who have not. And one of the biggest questions I kept getting was, does it have to be luxury makeup? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Trust me. I have all products drugstore. I'm really blessed कि मुझे brands भेज देते हैं products, but also you can get completely good drugstore brands. You just have to figure out what works best on your face, right? For me, I personally love dewy glass skin, like glossy finish wala makeup, so I invest in like really dewy products. I don't use heavy coverage foundations. I don't like them. I don't like matte finishes. So most of the journey and even in the finale, I did my makeup by myself, except for like the lashes and everything. मैंने बोला मैं खुद करूँगी because I really love doing my makeup. It really comes handy, trust me, because there's a lot of girls and usually इतने सारी makeup artists या तो होते नहीं है या इतना time नहीं होता है. So please learn how to do your makeup. It does not have to be luxury makeup at all. You can make use of drugstore products, but you need to have everything. You need to have base के primer से लेके, you need to have your lashes. And you need to know the techniques like contouring, highlighting. You have to know everything. Color correcting, which is very, very important. And remove your makeup before sleeping at night. Pageant में जितना हो सके, keep yourself hydrated, have a good diet, and try to catch up on sleep whenever you can, whenever it's possible, right? Okay, so there are two questions that my friend Himanti has asked me, which I really loved. One is my fave memory of the pageant, and the second one is how did I, stop myself from feeling overwhelmed. So I'm going to talk about my fave memory. I think ऐसे कोई एक memory है actually जो मेरे दिमाग में आती है. And so I made a very beautiful, amazing friend over there. Her name is Falguni. We're still friends. She lives in Pune, जहाँ से मैं अपना masters कर रही हूँ. We're yet to meet, but like she was like my sister in the pageant. Like I cannot tell you, when I talk about her, there's only love I feel because she was that person for me. Like she was just like me. She was my best friend in the pageant. We were so alike, and I don't know, I just really, really love her. And it's not like we talk every day with those like best friends, aise wale nahi hai. But you find sisters in your pageant, right? And all the girls there, they were lovely. Trust me, we had a beautiful batch of young girls. But Falguni was like, I remember, and so like Kashish, Falguni and me, all three of us were from Pune. तो हमारा जो vibe था वो day one से था. We were like really good friends. Later on, Falguni was my roommate, so we got really close. And my favorite memory is, so this one day I'd run out of my makeup and like my foundation, and I asked the sir that can I just go to the local market, I'll get a foundation and like we'll come back in like no time, like no sneaking out or anything, right? So she came with me, and I just remember we just hailed an auto और हमने ऐसे रास्ते में बस chips विप्स खाए. We came back, but I think for like that 1 hour or 1.5 hours we really talked, we spoke, and we like throughout the pageant, like she's my roommate, right? So we spoke about our personal lives, our best friends, everything, and like it was just lovely having her. But yeah, that one memory is my favorite. Next up, how did I stop myself from feeling overwhelmed? I think I did not do a very good job at doing it. I did feel overwhelmed at times because this was my first full-fledged pageant, right? And I'm 22. There were girls who were much older who had done so many pageants before, and it's difficult to not feel underconfident in their presence, right? Because they know everything. And I was just like, okay, shit, they've done so much. But you have to keep reminding yourself that there's a reason you're there. There's a reason you're there at the same platform as them. There's a reason you're there at the same level as them. It's an equal platform. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वो है तो they're only, you know, they're the ones who are going to get the spotlight or win. वरना तुम्हें बुलाया ही क्यों जाता, right? So you have to keep reminding yourself that you're really good at what you do and your worth is not gonna get diminished or whatever because of somebody else's presence. If anything, learn from them whatever you can, and they're probably learning from you. You do not know that. And jo tumhara forte hai, keep working hard on that. Like for me, public speaking is my forte, especially on the spot. Like if you give me a topic, I'm gonna nail it. So yeah, it's difficult, but you have to keep reminding yourself. You have to keep taking breaks in between, and I think you're good to go. So I think I covered pretty much a lot about my pageant, a lot of the questions that I got. I know abhi bahut kuch aisa hai jo reh gaya hai, so I do a part 2 hopefully soon and whenever I can. As of now, this was about it. If you did feel like this video was nice, you can give it a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because it's new out here. Leave a comment for goodwill. I don't know how to like plug this, but yeah, that's about it, and I'm gonna hopefully see you people soon. Also, if you have any other video ideas, do let me know and I will be covering them.